Hi everyone, it's Math with AUB, fourth part of the series containing 23 episodes, 4 of 23 for direct preparation of IBA. Let me start in retrospective fashion in order to create space for myself. Our last question reads as, in a class of 200 students, 40% are girls. 40% are girls. In a class of 200 students, 40% are girls. Full stop. 25% of the boys and 10% of the girls signed up for a tour to Washington DC. What percent of the class signed up for the tour? 19%, 23%, 25%, 27%. First bifurcation, first distribution of 200 students, girls are 40%. So we have to take total students 40% in order to find girls. In a class of 200 students, in a class of 200 students, 40% are girls. Let me find girls first. Girls, to remove percent, divide by 100. So girls are 80, no doubt. Then boys are 120. Then boys are 120. There is no concept of transgenders or eunuchs. Okay. In a class of 200 students, 40% of girls. 40% of 200, it is 80. Then remaining 120 are boys. Okay. Proceeding one step further, 25% of the boys. 25% of the boys and 10% of the girls. Find 25% of the boys that assigned for the tour to Washington DC. 25% of 120. To remove percent, divide by 100. 4. That's so from total 120 students, only 30 assigned for tour to Washington DC. From girls, 10%. 10% of 80. 10% of 80 divided by 100. So girls are 80. So total students are 30 plus 8, 38. 30 plus 8, 38. 38 students assigned for tour. 38 students assigned for tour. 38 students assigned for tour. We have to find its percent from the total class. Means what percent of 200? Suppose X percent of 200. What percent of 200 is 38? Collectively, boys and girls. 10% of girls and 25% of boys. That it will become 38. 30 plus 8, 38. Now we have to find 38% from total presence of the students. Removing percent, dividing by 100. 38, double zero cancelled out, shift 2 here, 38 divided by 2. 19%. 19%. In a class of 200 students, where 40% are girls, the remaining students are boys, 40% of the girls are 80, then 60% of 200 is 120 are direct, 200 minus 80, 120. From the girls, 10% who signed for the tour to Washington DC, from the boys 25%, 25% of 120 is 30 and 10% of 80 is 8. 30 plus 8, 38. Now we have to find the collective percentage of the class who has assigned to the tour. Means what percent of 200 is equal to 38? What percent of 200 is equal to 38? It's 19%. It's 19%. Now for the next question we have a good space. Let me erase this question number 11. Okay. Cool. Question number 10, a tiny one. 15% of a number is 4.5. 15% of a number is 4.5, then 45% of the same number is 1.5, 3.5, 13.5, 15. Let's see and find out. 15% of a number. Suppose number is x. Suppose number is x. Suppose number is x. So 15% of x is equal to 4.5. We have assumed that its number is x according to the given condition. 15% of the number, 15% of the number is equal to 4.5. First we find the number, then we find its 45%. Okay. To remove percent, divide by 100, 4.5. Now shift this one there. 100 from division to multiplication to the right hand side. 15x, 15x is equal to 4.5 times 100. It will become 450. So x is equal to 450 divided by 15. 3 times. 315 the 45. 315 the 45, 0 same. 30. So our required number is 30. So our required number is 30. So our required number is 30. We have been asked to find its 45%. We are asked to find its 45%. So 45% of the 30 is what? Let's see and find out. 45, 30 divided by 100. Cancel out 0, 0. 3 into 45, it will become 135 divided by 100 or 13.5 by tiny division with 10 or 100. 10 means full stop will become a decimal, shifting one digit towards left, 13.5. So our answer in that case is 13.5. We have been asked that 15% of number is equal to 4.5. Look at 15% of a number. 15%, suppose the number is x. 15% of a number is 4.5. 15% of a number is 4.5. 15% of a number is 4.5. Okay, to remove percent, divide by 100, solve for x. X is our 30. So x is 30. The required number is 30. We have been asked to find it 45%. Then number is 30. Then 45% of 30. It's our 13.5. It's our 13.5. Moving towards next question. Let me erase this as well. Making the space. Now we are going to have good space, no doubt. Stella paid 1500 for a computer. Stella paid 1500 for a computer after receiving a 20% discount. 20% discount. Stella paid $1,500 for a computer after receiving a 20% discount. What was the price of the computer before the discount? Means we have to find its price prior to discount, before the discount. Price is normally 100%. We have obtained discount of 20. 100 minus 20 is 8. Means 80% of the written price. 80% of the written price. 20 discount, 100 minus 20, 80. 80% of the written price. We have paid 1500. Look at this. We have got 20% discount after obtaining a discount of 20%. Still we have paid 1500. 15% means the written price 80%. The written price, original price 80% is 1500. Solve for x. 80 divided by 100 times x is equal to 1500. 0, 0 cancel out. I have applying table of 2. So I have x is equal to 1500 times 5 divided by 4. Okay, making it off 750 by 2. Again it will become 375. Now I have 375 times 5. 5 5 the 25, 2 carry. 5 7 the 35, 35 and 2, 37, 7, 3 carry. 3 5 the 15, 15 and 3, 18. 1875 is the price prior to the discount. Stella obtained a discount of 20% and she paid 1500. Then we have been asked what was the price of the computer before the discount. 20% discount, 100 minus 20, we have 80. 80. We have written price is x. 80% of x is 1500 because we have paid, after obtaining a discount of 20%, we have paid 1500. 80% of the price written is equal to 15. 80% of the price written is equal to 1500. Then to remove percent, divide by 100 and simply manipulate. Okay, cool. Going one step further, erasing this question as well, we have converged question number 8. Last month the price of a particular pen was $1.2 or $1.20. Zero is meaningless in that case, as well. So price was 120, 1.2, 1.2. This month the price of the same pen was 1.5, 1.5. What is the percent increase in the price? Starting $1.2. After increase 1.5 means their difference is the net amount to be increased. That have been increased. 1.5 minus zero point 0.2 is 0.3, is 0.3 is the increase. 0.3 is the increase. We have to find its percent. We have to find percent according to base quantity. What is base quantity or starting quantity? 1.2. What percent of 1.2 1.2 is equal to 0.3? Look at this. Last month, the price of the particular pen was $1.2, means 120 cents. One can see. This month, the price was 150 cents or $1.5. 150 cents or $1.5. Their difference 1.5 minus 1, 0.3. 0.3 is the change, is the increase in the price. 1.3 is the increase in the price. Then we have to compare from the base quantity, from the original quantity. Means what percent of 1.2, what percent of 1.2 is equal to 0.3, what percent of 1.2 is equal to 0.3. It is our percent increase. Let's solve for x. X times 1.2 divided by 100 is equal to 0.3, or x is equal to 0.3 times 100 divided by 1.2. Look at this. After decimal we have a single digit. After decimal we have a single digit. You can cancel them out altogether. So we have 3 times 100 divided by 12. 3 4 are 12. 4 into 100. 4 divided by 100 divided by 4, 25. This is our 25% increase. This is our 25% increase. From $1.2 to 1.5, the net increase is 0.3. 0.3 is 25% of $1.2. 0.3 is 25% of 1.2. Prior to increase the price last month $1.2. After a month its price was $1.5. $1.5. Their difference is the net increase. From 1.2 to 1.5, definitely it is increase. 0.3 is the increase. Now we have to compare with the base quantity. What percent of 1.2? What percent? What base quantity? Base quantity $1.2. What percent of 1.2 is equal to 0.3? What percent of 1.2? What percent of 1.2 is equal to 0.3? Solve for x. We are going to have 25%. Okay, cool. We have done with one side. Okay, cool. Moving towards good question. Now simple questions are coming. Part number 4 of 23 I have already mentioned. 4 of 23. Okay, cool. Starting from first, John spent $25. John spent $25, which is 15% of his monthly wage. What is 15% of his monthly wage? What is his monthly wage? We have no idea about his monthly wage, but we know that it's 15%. 15% of the wage is $25. John spent $25. John spent $25, which is 15% of his monthly wage. John spent $25. John spent $25, which is 15% of his monthly wage. 15% of his monthly wage is equal to 25. 15% of his monthly wage is equal to 25. Confirm from this. John spent $25, which is 15% of his monthly wage. So wage, we have no idea. 15% of the wage is 25. 15% of the wage is 25. Solve for wage. Wage 15 to do away with percent, divide by 100 is equal to 25. Or one can write wage 25 multiplied by 100 divided by 15. Apply table of 5. 3 times, 5 times. So wage is going to be 500 divided by 3. 500 divided by 3. Actually, still of the students, difficult for the students to divide. Just apply 1 3 the 3. 1 times 2, take 0. 6 3 the 18. 2, take 0. 6 3 the 18. take 2 and take 0. 166 point. What remains here? Something, or you can write 18 divided by 8, 20 minus 8, 20 minus 8, 20 minus 18, 2. 20 minus 18, 2. I can write 166 whole 2 upon 3. 166 whole 2 upon 3, or one can further divide 2 upon 3. 2 upon 3. There is 0 point, multiply 3 6 the 18, 3 6 the 18, 6, again 2 0, again 6, and so on, or 166.6666. Okay, cool. Let me explain you once again. John spent $25, which is 15% of his monthly wage. 15% of his wage is $25. 15% of his wage is 25. Solve for W. Remove percent, divide by 100, and simple manipulation leads to you $166. 166 whole 2 upon $3 is the wage of John. Okay, moving towards next question. Another elegant question, simple one, but mind-boggling, mind-baffling, perplexing, confusing. Let's see and find out. Simple one, but a good one, but a tough one to crack. Yes, if A is equal to 4B, it's given to us. A is equal to 4 times B. A is equal to 4 times B. A is equal to 4 times B. What percent of 2A is 2B? What percent of 2A is 2B? If A is equal to 4B, it is given to us. I have written if A is equal to the given condition. Then what percent of 2A is 2B? What percent of 2A is 2B? What percent? Suppose X percent. What percent? Suppose X percent. What percent of 2A is 2B? Solve for X. X divided by 100 times 2. Instead of A, I can plug in 4B. Instead of a 4B. Instead of a 4B, I have 2B. 4 times 25. I have 2xb over 25 is equal to 2b, or x is equal to 2b times 25 divided by 2b. 2b will be shifted to denominator, 2b will be shifted to denominator, and 25 to numerator. What there is 2b, 2 and b. 2b in the denominator, 2b in the denominator, 25 in multiplication cancelled out. X is equal to 25%. So 2a is 25% of 2b. 2a is 25% of 2b, or 2b is 25% of 2a. Let me solve it again for you to give you a good idea. If a is equal to 4b, it's given to us what percent of 2a? 2a is what percent, or what percent of 2a is equal to 2b? What percent of 2a? Suppose x percent of 2a is equal to 2b. Plug in value of a. I have 4b. X dividing by 100 in order to do away with percentage 2b. Now 4 times 25 is equal to 100. 4 times 25 is equal to 100. I have 2bx over 25 is equal to 2b. 225 will be multiplied, 2b will be divided. X is equal to 2b times 25 divided by 2b. Cancelled out. X is equal to 25. X is equal to 25. So 2a is 25% of 2b is 25% of 2a. 2b is 25% of 2b. 2b is 25% of 2a. What percent of 2a is 2b? What percent of 2a is 2b? Means 2b is 25% of 2a. Okay, cool. Moving towards next question. Another googly type of question. If p is equal to 5q, where both quantities are greater than 0 means positive. Greater than 0 means positive. Greater than 0 means positive. If p is equal to question number next 3. P is equal to 5q, they are greater than 0. Greater than 0 means positive. Greater than 0 means positive. Greater than 0 means positive. Then 40% of 3p. 40% of 3p. Of means multiplication. 40% of 3p. 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 It's given to us. P is equal to 5. P is equal to 5. Instead of P, plug in 5Q. 40 to remove percent divide by 100. 3 instead of P, I can plug in 5Q. 0, 0 cancelled out. 0, 0 cancelled out. What I have? 4 into 3 into 5Q divided by 10. Applying table of 5. 2 5 the 10. What I have? 2 into 3 into Q. 6Q. 6Q. 6Q means 40% of 3P is equal to 6Q. 40% of 3Q is equal to 40% of 3P is equal to 6Q. 40% of 3P is equal to 6Q. Let me solve it again for you. A good question, a mind boggler, like Bakhalalul Manja in Arabic. P is equal to 5Q. 40% of 3P. 40% of 3P. Of means multiplication. 40% of 3P. To remove percent, divide by 100. Divide by 100. 0, 0 cancel out. What remains? Applying table of 2. 5 times. I have 2 3 the 6 P over 5. 6 over P 5. 6 over P 5. We know that what is the value of P? 5Q. What is the value of P? 5Q divided by 5. Cancel out. 6Q is our eventual answer. Same. 6Q is our eventual answer in that case. Okay, cool. A good question. A good question. A good but a simple one. A jar contains 24 blue marbles. How many blue? 24 blue. How many blue? 24 blue. How many blue? 24 blue. And 40 red marbles. 24 blue, 40 red marbles. Which one of the following is 50% of the blue? 50% of the blue balls. How many? 50% of blue balls. 50% of blue balls. One can say direct half of 24 is 12. 50% of blue balls. Blue balls are 24. 50 divided by 100 multiplied by 24. Applying table of 52 times. 2 12 the 24. 12. So we have been simply asked what is the half number of blue balls. 24 blue balls, we have to find its 50%. 50% of blue balls. 50% of blue balls. 50% of blue balls. 50% of blue balls means 50% of 24. Half of 24 is 12. Simple as that. Moving one step further, in a company with 180 employees. How many? 180 employees. How many employees? 180 employees. A company having 180 employees. Okay. 108 of the employees are female. Female employees are how much? 108. Then male are 180 minus 108. It will become 72 if I am not wrong. Total employees are 180, females are 108. From this I can infer that male are 72. Male are 72. Now what percent of the employees are male? What percent of the employees are male? Now we have to find male percent in comparison to total employees. Total employees. What percent of total employees are male? What percent of total employees are male? Suppose X percent of the total employees 200 is male. Male are 72. To remove percent divide by 100, cancelled out is equal to 72. 2x is equal to 72 or x is equal to 72 divided by 2. 36. So total male percentage is 36. A company having 180 employees, 108 are female. If we subtract 108 from 180, I have 72. Now we have to find its percent according to total employees. X percent of employees is equal to male. Suppose X percent of employees is equal to male. Suppose X percent of employees are male. X percent employees are male. Male are total employees. Sorry, total employees are 180. Sorry, there is 180. I have made a mistake. Not 200. There is 180. Okay, cool. I have been caught. What percent? Suppose X percent of the employees. Total number of employees is 180 is equal to male. means x% of 180, sorry, 180. Instead of 180, I have written 200 or male. Okay. Remove percent dividing by 100 as usual. 0, 0 cancelled out is equal to 72, or x is equal to 72 multiplied by 100 divided by 8. 72 divided by 18 multiplied by 10. It will become 410. Apply table of 18. 4 18 the 72. 36 36 double 4 times 18 is 72. X is equal to 4 into 10 40%. So the male implied percent is 40. 72 is 40% of 128. 72 is 40% of 180. 72 is 40% of 180. 40% of 180. So in that case, the right option is 40. Sorry, I have written 200 instead of 180. That's why I have been caught. Total implies are 180. Female it is given to us 108. Subtract 108 from 180, I have 72. Now we have been asked, male is what percent of the total implies? Male is what percent of the total implies? Suppose x% of the implies is male. X% of the implies is male. Number of total implies is 180. Then solve for x. Okay, cool. Moving towards one of the second last question. Second last question, that it reads as John bought a shirt, pant, shoe. Shirt cost $10, pant 20, and shoes 30. What percent of the total expenses was spent for the pants? Total expenditure is 10 plus 20 plus 30. Total expenditure is 60. Expenditure on pant is 20. Expenditure on pant is $20. Now we have to find what percent, suppose x% of the total expense has been spent on pant. Total expenses are 60. X% of 60 is equal to expenses on pant. 60 x, remove percent sign divided by 100. Price for pant is 20. Cancelled out. I have 6x over 10 is equal to 20, or x is equal to 20 times 10 over 6. Applying table of 2, it's 3. 100 divided by 3. Applying table, simply it will become 33 something. 3 3 the 9, 1 0 same. Again 3 the 9, 1 0, there is the point. Or one can write 3 same, 1 0 1 0 1 0, or one can write 100 divided by 3. Apply table 33 times. 333 the 99. What remains 1? One can write 33 whole 1 upon 3. 33 whole 1 upon 3. This is our quotient. This is our remainder. This is our divisor. One can write quotient times remainder over divisor. One can write in that fashion. 33 1 upon 3. Let me read again for you. Explain this. Shirt cost $10, pant 20, shoes 30. Total expenses are 60. We have been asked what percent of the expenses is spent on pant. How much percent is spent on pant from the expense? Total expense 60. What percent of 60 is equal to pant expense? What percent of 60 is equal to pant? Pant cost 20. I have written 20. What percent of 60 is equal to 20? What percent of 60 is equal to 20? That is 33 whole 1 upon 3. Moving towards final question, and we have been done with percent. Elegant. Final question. Yes, last year Jenny was how many feet tall? Jenny was tall this year, and she, I think, if I'm not wrong, he hasn't written 5 feet. Last year Jenny was 5 feet tall. Jenny 5 feet tall. 5 feet tall. Next year she was 5.6. 5.6. 5 feet and 6 inches. What is the increase? 6 inches. 6 inches. 6 inches. Next previous year, prior year, she was 5 feet tall. Next year, she is 5 feet 6 inches tall. The total difference increase in her height is 6 inches. 6 inches means half feet. So how much increase? What percent of 5 is equal to 1 upon 2? Total height at the start is 5. The change is 6 inches or half feet. Let me solve. 5x divided by 100 is equal to 1 over 2, or x is equal to 1 upon 2 times 100 divided by 5. So x is equal to 10%. 2 5 the 10, 10. Or one can convert all this to inches, and one can do away with this as well. 5 feet, 5 12 the 60 inches. 5.6 times 12, we are going to have 66. 5.6, 5.5, 5 and half, 5 and half, 5.5. What is this? 5 feet and 6 inches. 5 feet, 5 times 12 plus 6. 5 12 is 60, it will become 60, 66. It will become 66. 5 feet multiplied by 12, total 60 inches. Next year, 5 feet and 6 inch, 5 feet and 6 inch, 5 feet and 6 inch. 5 12 is 60 plus 66. So change 66 minus 60 is 6. So what percent of 60? What percent of 60? Suppose x percent of 60 is equal to 6. X percent of 60 is equal to 6. Dividing by 100, cancelled out. So x is equal to 60 times 10 divided by 6. Cancelled out. X is equal to 10%. So increase in her height is lump sum 10 inches in that case. It's my tiny effort to you to explain to you percent. It's all by itself. Next.